It's Wednesday. That means time for the weekly Wednesday hobby check-in. What did you do for your hobby this week? Let me know down below. Love hearing from all of you. And feel free to hop in the Discord server. So let's not waste any time and let's get the week started, I guess.
Okay, so I got something a while back that I've not really done anything with because I haven't been playing any games because pandemic. But this is just one of those things that I really think is fun, and I think it's a nostalgia kind of thing again. Oh, that drawer is still open, and that is, there's something about the sound of rolling dice. It's not the same as like the old tables we used to build that were like the pink insulation foam with sand on the top, and then you've painted over that and all of that. That had a very distinct sound that was very satisfying, very nostalgic. And this, while not the same, it's satisfying. It works for me. And so this is just one of those things that, like, can't do anything with it right now, but it's another piece, that I wanted for when I'm filming battle reports, so we can have all the dice in one regular spot.
Okay, one thing I want to talk about in this week's video from the community postings in our Discord server, because I think it's interesting and cool, and I think you'll understand if you've watched this channel for a while. But that's from Uber Nostrum, who posted about the work they've been doing on something they just released their first issue of, and that is the Whistler, which is I believe they're going with bi-weekly Nerf news publication. So written form, several pages long, articles, super interesting. Obviously, since I was doing This Week in Nerf, I understand everything that goes into researching, compiling, and figuring out, how to contain as much as you can in a short period of time. And I appreciate a written format that allows a little bit more in-depth insight, as opposed to trying to, refine things and be short and concise enough for a video about Nerf news for the hobby. So this is a cool kind of, I see it as like a companion piece for, This Week in Nerf over now on Foam Blast's channel. So you can like get your news in multiple formats where, like, you may see one thing and be like, oh, that's interesting, and then get more information from like the written long form kind of content. So that was cool. And I should mention as well, it's not just Uber Nostrum. I believe there's 5 people working on this project. I can't remember all of their names though, my apologies. Just that they were the one posting it in our channel that we talk about what everyone's working on for this. So just wanted to share that. I think it's super cool. I'll drop a link to it down below. Check it out. So I started working on a future video. I think you've seen some of the models sitting in the background on the table. And that is a contrast paint primer test video. I had been reading about how some primers may react differently with contrast paints, so I wanted to try and see what that is. So I've started painting. Let me just switch over so I can show you what I've been working on. So I've got 2 painted up already, and I can already see differences between like Games Workshop and Army Painter primers in the way that they take contrast paint. So it's interesting. It's not really what I wanted to focus on here though. The thing I wanted to focus on is that I've been trying to film it and get good shots of me painting, and I've been having a hard time doing that. So I don't know, it's just something I'm gonna try and work on this weekend. I think is finding a good way to paint without having to like sit in weird positions or stuff like that. So that's kind of I guess what I've been working on. And I think to do that, I'm going to have to do more cleaning and organizing, which it's nice when it's done, but can be overwhelming to start. So I'm going to try and get started with that today, and try and use the weekend for that and get things set up and organized so that I have a better workflow again, hopefully. Always refining. So I got this rival burn in, and I've been testing it, trying it out. I've been swapping springs out. This is, I believe, a K25 is what Captain Slug sent with it. So I've been trying that. Tried a K31 and now swapped out my C788 from my Caliburn into the rival burn. Gonna go mess around with that a little bit today, see what kind of
ranges, not ranges, but groupings, I guess. Something I noticed with the K25 was that it was actually too powerful. So that's why I wanted to swap out for a 788. I tried the K31 first, but that wasn't quite powerful enough. So I'm hoping the C788 will be that nice kind of Goldilocks range for it. But I can't get too distracted because I'm still working on this corner of the room. Almost done, close to ish. Okay, we made progress. Progress has been made. I can see the ground in areas. Just got a little bit more to do, and then I can actually like set up another tripod there and kind of hopefully improve things. So I didn't get everything done that I wanted to, but a new stand is set up, and this should allow me to extend this arm and hopefully get better shots of doing stuff on this workbench. So I'm probably going to spend today testing that out and trying to get some more footage of stuff. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, and also the open drawers are multiplying. All right, this is my new top-down overview camera setup. I can actually, like, hopefully move around comfortably now, although there is something right over my head, so if I sit up too straight, the camera does that and shakes. I gotta be aware of that, but hopefully this should be in focus. It allows me to move as I see fit. Obviously the desk is a little crowded at the moment, but these are all stuff off cameras, hopefully gonna get primed and out of the way tomorrow. So this is just progress. This is what I've been doing, talking about like organizing, resetting stuff up. Hopefully this will allow me to do some things relatively easily in the future. This could be a really good angle too for kind of like opening up a blaster and checking out the internal, since it's straight down instead of over the shoulder. I'm not sure how it'll be for painting, because if I'm painting, I'm gonna be like this and you'll see like top down, but not necessarily like what I'm seeing. So I don't know, we'll mess around with it, but it's progress. Okay, let's take all of these models that I did the basing on yesterday. Let's get them primed. I don't really want to go through all that, so let's just... And done. Okay, that took longer than anticipated, but first coat down and we'll see where we go from here. For anyone that missed it, now that I've got this new C-stand to try overhead shots and all that, I did a sort of impromptu stream and we actually started painting the Ogre's army. And unsurprisingly, it's going to take so much longer than I had hoped for, even with contrast paints, but that's not surprising. I was just being unreasonably optimistic, I guess. I think that's fair. I wanted to see if I could rush through it. But if I had rushed through it super fast, it would have been so much worse looking, and you know, so it's going to be a while, and we'll break it down in segments, and I'll probably stream most of the painting of it. And it's always fun to hang out and have people in chat and talk and kind of do something while hobbying, you know, have that interaction. So thoroughly enjoy that, and it makes me want to do a lot more of it. But that's what I've been up to this week. Like I said at the beginning of every video, let me know down below what you've been up to for your hobby this week. And I just want to kind of leave with this thought that as much as I am, you know, wanting to do something every single day for my hobby, no matter how long it's taking, whether it's a minute or hours, and I'm encouraging others to do the same, I don't want you to feel like if you miss a day, it's the end of the world. It happens. Life happens, or priorities happen. If you can't take that minute or, you know, however long or whatever just to step in and do something, it's okay. You know, it happens. When you have the time, feel free to jump back in. You know, always around in the Discord to chat and talk about what hobbies are going on and what people are working on. Love that. So yeah, just wanted to remind people of that just in case. So that said, I'll see you all next week for this, and I've got some other videos in the works, obviously, but for this series, we'll see you next week. All right. Thanks anyone subscribing as well. Love to have you here, be part of the community. But that's enough out of me. I'll see y'all next time.